Hey guys, happy Saturday. I got it right today. It's Saturday. So happy Saturday. Hope you guys are well. Listen, I have something to tell you. I was talking to God this morning, and some of us, we sit down and we say, God, I'm so tired of this. Why do we keep going through this? When is it gonna stop? And I did see someone in the comment section the other day, right, Steph, when is it gonna stop? I'm so tired of this, etc. And I want to say something to you. This is what God literally and me were talking about. And this is what he said. Okay. One, you're not ordinary. You are not ordinary. You are not normal. Your eyes are not normal. Your ears are not normal. Okay, your brain does not function like an ordinary brain. Okay, you have to understand your life is not ordinary. Your eyes are not ordinary because you're seeing things that the normal naked eye is not supposed to see. You get what I'm saying? The ears are, you're hearing things that the normal naked ears are not supposed to hear. You're hearing more beyond than the average human being because you have spiritual gifts. You're seeing more than the average human being because you have spiritual gifts. Your brain functions differently because now you're learning how to function not only in the physical realm, but you're also learning how to function what it is you're seeing and hearing in the spiritual realm. You're adapting to that life. Do you get what I'm saying? You're adapting to a life of understanding both worlds, knowing both worlds, where the average human being only focuses on one world, which is the physical. Not every human being out here is focusing also on the spiritual. It's like you wake up from the spiritual realm and you have to fight a battle in the physical. You gotta survive. You gotta stay alert. You gotta have discernment. You gotta fight your physical battles. But then as soon as you lay your head at night, you're going into a whole nother battle in the spiritual realm. It's like when do you get a break? Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I was talking to God about. But God was saying you're not ordinary. You're not normal. Therefore, you're not going to have a normal life if you're not normal. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to have a normal life if you're not normal. If you're not ordinary, your eyes are not ordinary, your ears are not ordinary, your life isn't ordinary, your battles are not ordinary, because the battles that you're fighting are not no typical battles. You're battling things that you can't even see. Your battles are a lot harder than a lot of people who just focus on the physical life, because you're also battling the spiritual realm. So you're not only battling, the physical, but you're battling things that you can't see in the spiritual realm too. Or things that you can see in the spiritual realm, but you can't see it in the physical. Maybe some of you guys can see it in the physical, but your battles are not ordinary either. So if all of this stuff is not ordinary, that also means that your purpose is also not ordinary. That also means that your blessings are also not ordinary. It's not going to be the typical type of blessings that people get. It's not going to be the typical type of purpose that people get, because you're alone, your life alone, you alone is not ordinary. See, God chooses specific people. God chose specific people, okay? If being chosen was supposed to be easy, everybody would have been chosen. Do you get it? But only a few are chosen. And some of you guys are like, well, God, I would prefer a normal life than this type of life. Being able to see both worlds, being able to hear and feel and going through the attacks and stuff. I would prefer a normal life. If I knew and I had a decision, I would have preferred a normal life than the blessings, than the purpose that you're giving me. Because if they're not ordinary purpose, if the purpose God has for you is not ordinary, it's big. And if the blessing that God has for you is not ordinary, it's big. Some of you guys are like, I would prefer a simple blessing. Well, no blessing is simple, but some of you guys would have said, I would have preferred a simpler blessing or a simpler purpose if had I known I had to go through all this to receive that big blessing. Because the bigger the battles, the bigger the blessings, right? And if you're not ordinary, your blessing's not going to be ordinary, right? So many of you guys are saying this to God. You're like, I would have preferred a normal life. But guess what? That's why God picked you. You know why? Because see right there, that's still humbling. The fact that you're like, God, I know my purpose is big. I know my blessings are big. And I know working for the kingdom is big. That's a big responsibility, right? But Had I known, I would have chose something simpler, and I wouldn't care about the rewards that are coming with it, because I just want peace and I just want a normal life. But that's why I say it's humbling, because a lot of people don't think like that. A lot of people say, I want to fight these battles because I want that end all be all prize. I want that big purpose. I want that blessing. A lot of people will just focus on the blessing alone, focus on the purpose alone, focus on the prize alone, and they won't even care about what comes with it because they're just so focused on that. Thank you, Holy Spirit. He said greed. A lot of people are just focused on their greed, their ego and their greed. See, God knows your motives before you even knew your own motives. That's what it is. And because God knows your motives before you even knew your own motives, he knew that you were a humble person. He knew that you would have preferred a normal life than whatever big blessings he has for you, because that's the kind of person you are. You're a humble person, but that's why he picked you. Because he's not going to give something so little that's going to end up being big to someone who is greedy, to someone who is egotistical, to someone who does not have any type of love in their heart, to someone that doesn't deserve it. He won't give it to an undeserving person. See, God knew that was your mentality before you even knew that was your mentality. And if God had told you the battles that you were going to endure before he told you your mission or your purpose, or before he even opened up the door to bring you the prophecies about your blessings in the first place, you would have ran away and said, God, I ain't doing this. You know what I mean? That's why, like I told you guys before, he won't reveal all your purpose, all your prophecies at once. He'll reveal it in bits and pieces, but then the enemies will see more than you. You know what I mean? But let me tell you something. The reason why you're battling what you're battling now and what you're going through now is because you're not ordinary. You're not normal. If you were normal and you were ordinary, you would just go through the ordinary things that an average human being goes through. You're not ordinary, so everything is going to be 10 times more when it comes to you. The battles, the stress, the headaches, but also the blessings, the love, the commitment. Do you get what I'm saying? The responsibilities. You ever hear people say, it even says this in the Bible, the more, God says, those who have little will be blessed with more. Those who have more but are not humble it will be taken away. God says that in the Bible. So if you have a little bit and God trusts you with that little bit and he's giving you more, it also says in the Bible that the more you have, the more stress you're gonna have. You ever hear that saying in real life, the more money, the more stress? It's the same concept when it comes to being a chosen one. The more blessings God gives you, I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about advancement in your gifts. I'm talking about knowledge and wisdom. I'm talking about, the careers he's giving. Whatever he's giving you, the more that's going to come with it. So if you're not ordinary, you're going to receive things that are not normal. Things that are not ordinary. Okay? So continue to fight. That's the life God chose for you. Doesn't mean that you're never gonna win a battle. No, you'll win battles. But the reason why I say that you're gonna have to continue fighting is because when one battle is won, another battle is gonna come in. You're not gonna just 100% just be at peace, because you're not ordinary. When you move up one level, another devil's gonna come in. When one obstacle is gone and you won a specific war, you're gonna have a whole new war that you gotta fight. When God puts his wrath upon someone who's been doing witchcraft and stuff on you, and that person finally stops, you're gonna enter a whole new door where you're gonna bump into a whole new warlock, a whole new witch, and you're gonna have a whole new person that you gotta defeat now, a whole new Goliath. Sometimes you're gonna have 15, 20 Goliaths at once. I'm telling you, because I know. I've had like 20 people doing spell work on me at once. It's not easy. But you just gotta fight through it. If God didn't think you're strong enough for it, he wouldn't have picked you. If God didn't think you were humble enough, he wouldn't have picked you. There's a reason why those who didn't ask for this are the ones that are chosen for it. Okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.